hello, and hail. Welcome. Hi, Tony.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Wow, we're live all of a sudden.
We are live all of a sudden. Chat, I am so sorry. Uh, I could have swore. I could have swore that I set the time for 9 p.m. like now, and clearly, according to YouTube, I set it for 8 p.m. I apologize. I never start that early. That was a mistake. But I've got our good friend Tony is here with us, who just did his stream today, and we're going to have a travel trivia and travel discussion. I've got some photo trivia as well that's going to be fun, and some physical prop trivia as well, Tony. So that's
more importantly, we're loading up a bonfire, so the party is still going.
We are. Absolutely are. And we've got
hi, everybody. I'm your local rat packer in the fellow Hollow Earth dweller. I have done a stream. I've had a few drinks. I'm not to the point to where I need to bow myself out yet, but I am sort of.
Hell no.
But it's a pleasure to see you guys. Wow, the waiting is our part. Listen, Eugene, and to all of you all in the chat, we do apologize on behalf of Canadian Spider-Man, a fellow Naboo Avenger. He did accidentally set his time slot for 8 instead of 9 his time.
Yes.
That is a boo-boo on his part, but I told him in DMs that I would have ended long before he would have potentially started, simply because I knew that A, he would start on time and it would be good, or B, he would have done something and I would have to do damage control. Thankfully, I was here for the latter. Ergo,
Tony.
Ergo, it's all good.
hey, Tony, do you know what I forgot? I got to go get it from the shed. I don't have the axe. I can't. You
can't chop your fucking fuel.
I know, right?
Oh,
hey, did you hear, man? Rancor Steve's channel got booted off of YouTube Tuesday for me showing the chainsaw that was sitting on the log, not using it. It was sitting here.
Okay, all right. Rewind. Hold up.
Yeah.
So Steve got fucked by YouTube. Have I got to tick this up from 4 to 5 people that I've witnessed YouTube fucking?
Well, I don't know about. Yeah, fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will state this: Rumble is the future. Rumble is the future.
We had that discussion, Tony.
YouTube
so we went,
is veritably a sinking ship.
Yes, I think so. I got to figure out how Steve broadcasts on Rumble and YouTube at the same time, because StreamYards doesn't like me to do that. I think I have to go to Rumble Studios. But anyway, regardless, so you know what I did, Tony? I went and did a stream immediately following, and I showed my chainsaw, and I showed my axe, and I used them, and I brought them right up to here, as I always do, and they didn't boot my stream off YouTube, but they did boot Rancor Steve. So, yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, hey, old man Bird asks, you rode a basket in the sea? No, I rode a Vietnamese junk, and the basket was there. And that was I think there was one boatman for the picture for this stream, and 3 passengers. And hi, Suzanne. I'm so sorry. I thought I set it for this time for 9 o'clock, and I accidentally set it for 8 o'clock. I'm an idiot. But anyway, I'd like to let's bring up a couple of those. I'll bring up the picture that was the thumbnail for this show.
Do you have any pictures from Barcelona?
I do, my friend. Absolutely, I do, from Barcelona. I love Faulty Towers.
One of my favorite old, ancient structures that has been preserved throughout time is the water tower from Barcelona.
Oh wow! I do I have them on this laptop? Is the other, because I have them on a couple of different machines, and I have to prepare for each live stream if they're not on this one. But let's just take a look, Tony. Do you know my favorite person from Barcelona?
Who's your favorite person from Barcelona?
Manuel Faulty Towers.
There you go.
Faulty Towers. Yeah, are you familiar with Faulty Towers? John Cleese.
One of the best John Cleese productions ever.
100%. And I'm so sorry they didn't make
Mr. Faulty.
more episodes. Yeah, they really should have made more episodes, hey?
Absolutely. I will return. I do have to hit the loo.
Absolutely, Tony. And
carry the chat. Don't leave. I'll be back and be able to talk with the chat while you set up the fire. Give me a second.
I've just found Spain, and here's Barcelona. Yes, I do, Tony. Let's take a look at this, and let's get it to share on the screen so that people can see it. Yeah, and I'm again. I usually do try to start the stream a little later. 8 o'clock. I can't believe I said it for 8 o'clock, chat. I apologize for that. I really screwed up on that one. If you'll beg your forgiveness there. But yeah, damn it. Oh, here it is. There's Barcelona. There we go, Tony. And you know what? I'm going to get the basket. So here's a trivia question. Does anyone know what this, without friggin' Googling it, and I don't recommend Googling anything, what are we looking at in Barcelona? This is possibly, I would say, the most famous monument in all of Barcelona. And bonus points.
The church, yes.
Bonus points if you can tell me who, which incredible architect and genius and artist designed this.
You're asking this to somebody who is completely and utterly inebriated QLF track.
Oh, Tony, no, this is for the chat. I'm asking the chat as well. I mean, if the panel wants to jump in as well.
Let the chat guess it.
Yeah. But this is Barcelona, Tony. This is probably the most famous monument in Barcelona. In my opinion.
Still like the water tower over the cathedral, but we can agree to disagree.
This is incredible. This particular cathedral. And
have you put a thumb on the red letter date as to the chocolate?
Hello,
centric stream.
I haven't, because can I let you in on a little secret?
We're still waiting on Carla's chocolate to be delivered to you.
I'm gonna mail Carla chocolate too. So let's set it. I'm gonna set it with Carla. We'll work out a date probably a month from now, something like that. But
Holy Emperor, is that who I see in the chat?
And I want to say hello.
At 9:12 p.m. your time, sir. Is that Jay from Sci-Fi Nation in the chat?
I think it is. Hello, Jay, and I just made you a moderator, sir. And
oh my God, that's an underscore.
Hello?
That's an underscore.
I know. Hello.
I noticed the man writing the tauntaun. That's the reason why I asked. It's like,
hi, Jay. Yeah, this is. It's not Francisco Franco's house. No, this is the church. I don't know my Spanish architects. This is it's not in Milan. No, I've never been to Milan. Lemon pie.
Spidey, before you get the fire, fire started, I do need to answer a question from Jacqueline.
Yes,
he's asking me some hard point questions as a born again Christian from one to another. He's asking me about ginger. So just give me a few minutes. He feels like I'm going down a wrong path. Hold the line for about 5 minutes, or while I reply to this email, if you will. And when I get back, I promise to work the chat while you get the fire started. Okay.
You got all right. That's a deal.
Coolio.
This is
Coolio.
Sagrada de Familia, the sacred Family, is that it? Cathedral, Sagrid de Familia in Barcelona, and it's Gaudi. He designed this church, and it is like out of a fairy tale. It's just incredible. This is the inside of it. If you want to see the inside of it, it's all sculpted. It does look like recycled materials, doesn't it? It's a lot of plaster and concrete, and it's been under construction for geez, I want to say 100 years, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. It might even be more than 100 years. In fact, I bet it is more than 100 years, and it's nowhere near finished. It's one of the most impressive monuments in all of Barcelona, and it's just amazing. And I've done a live stream. So if you want to see more of this structure, I'm not going to show too many more pictures of it because we've got a lot of places to talk about tonight. But this is, Gaudi's famous cathedral, Sagrid de Familia, I believe. I didn't research this because I didn't know Tony was going to ask me about Barcelona. But yeah, this is an incredible fairy tale, very artistic, that's a mosquito. Ah, you bastard. All right. Oh, yeah, so that's still under construction, as you can see. And that's another famous. Now, it's not all lit up. Only the top part of it is lit up. Normally, the whole thing is lit up, but it looks like a giant phallic symbol, like a giant eggplant in the middle of Barcelona. It's a modern office tower. I'm not sure what's in there, but the building itself is designed by a famous architect, and it's quite striking. It's quite unique. And hey, is that Rusty Rivers? Hey, buddy. Good to see you. And Sci-Fi, you got your new channel? Okay. Folks, there's Sci-Fi Nation's new channel. Please check out our channel, our friend's channel.
Well, what happened to the old one is my question.
Well, he's remade the channel, starting fresh. Good for you. Okay, that's fantastic, Jay. And I want to say hello to another excellent YouTuber and content creator, Rusty Rivers. Yeah, Rusty, I was doing Manorama with Rancor Steve last night, and I showed my chainsaw. It's a friggin' electric chainsaw, so that I don't need to depend on the government for gasoline. If push comes to shove, I can survive with solar power. But the chainsaw wasn't even in use. It was sitting here on the log, and the YouTube kicked us off of YouTube because they have it in for Rancor Steve. He may have got daubed or ratted out by someone that has it in for him. I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, it was not very fair. And I want to say hello to Miskatonic Madman. Hi. Let's get this fire started. And Rusty Rivers, you sub to Sci-Fi. Excellent. Listen, Jay is an excellent friend. He's a good guy. And I think you'll enjoy it. And Jay, check out Rusty. Everyone, check out Rusty Rivers' channel as well. He's got some excellent content in there. He is a captain, and he's got some very unique content. Rusty, please feel free to drop your link, buddy. I'm going to get this fire. Oh, Suzanne, you're on top of it. Suzanne, you rock. And I didn't know this, Tony. Suzanne is a wrench for other channels, one of which is really quite big. And it's none of my business to say which one. But
she's a wrench for my channel as well. Amazing. There's the water tower.
Hey, Jim's Landscape. Hey, good to see you. This is another excellent content creator.
It is good to see you, Jim.
Jim's Landscape Productions. Really good to see you, Jim's Landscape. And I just like your avatar. That is a cool avatar. Oh, Tony, do you want to see a cool shirt? This is I got this. And here's one of the trivia questions. Where is this? Can you see this? This is a famous site. It's a palace in a lake. Sometimes the lake
kind of sort of looks like the Potomac, but
it's Potomac. Here's this shirt is this is a National Geographic. I don't know if you can see that. National Geographic. My mom got this for me, but I've been to this city, and it's a famous lake palace. And when I was there, the lake completely dried up. It was dry for years, but it's very famous. It's a lake palace, and that's another trivia question for the chat after the Gaudi church in Barcelona, and I will
Sci-Fi does a Vulcan character on Commodore Boone's, aka Jim's Landscapes fan
That's
fiction,
excellent, Sci-Fi.
where Jim does
Hey, Rusty, that's
computer-generated Starfleet engagements. Their
nice,
production,
Sci-Fi.
while not heavily funded, is quite a good quality. Their production, with the money they're putting into it. If I would love to offer my voice acting capabilities to your projects, if you would have me. I know that a lot of people in your circle, and I'm just gonna say this because I'm honest. Mikey Sue's 4, Sci-Fi Sith Dan think that I'm just some big personality wanting to upstage everybody, but I offer my services to the quality of the programs that I offer it to. I don't.
Yep.
I don't try to upstage people. I don't try to stand people out.
No, you're very supportive of others.
I may be a bit talented, but it's not to the detriment of anyone, nor is it the focus to be the detriment to anyone.
So,
but I'm going to get back to reply. I'm going to get back to replying this email. Give me about 2.5 minutes. Thank you.
You got it. I'm going to light this fire. That is another Gaudi sculpture in the middle of Barcelona that I thought was kind of cool, and Wes Cagle would know, I bet. Okay, it is. Daniel, safe from the fires. Oh, hi, Daniels. And Lemon Pie, I want to say thanks for being here. Thought this was a travel stream. Well, it is a travel stream, but I'm going to have a bonfire. And we're talking travel trivia. I'm taking all questions from the chat. And thanks, Daniel's Hot Topics. So any questions you have about any particular place that maybe I've been there. I've been to 50 countries. Hundreds and hundreds of really famous cities. That's why I don't really have any possessions of any kind, because I've spent all my money traveling. But yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions or just whatever questions you might have about backpacking in general. What's the most important backpacking rule? The most important backpacking rule is do not get separated from your backpack. No, you know what? There's one that trumps that. There's a rule that trumps never get separated from your backpack. And in my opinion, as an experienced backpacker, I've been backpacking for, I don't know, 30 some years. What's the pack light? No, that's a really good tip. And when I first started the first dozen years or 24 years, I really packed way too much, Miskatonic Madman. We were allowed to carry 32 kilograms. Was that 50 pounds, I think your suitcase was allowed to be, and I used every bit of it, and that is stupid as a backpacker. This shirt, I'll stop present this. Okay, so this shirt is depicting, stop screen, there we go. This is the Lake City Palace in India. This is in India. And the city's name, and I think you can see that. The city's name is Udaipur. Oh my pronunciation, I'm murdering it, I'm sure. But when I was there, it was the lake had completely dried up for years, but the water returns every few years. So that was pretty amazing. And Lemon Pie, oh, Suzanne, excellent. Lemon Pie says, Suzanne, you're awesome. Yes, even aside from the modding. Yeah, agreed. Excellent. And Old Man Bird says, Suzanne, we appreciate you even if you weren't a pro moderator. That is true. Toilet paper, says Old Man Bird. That is not the most important rule, in my opinion. The most important rule that even trumps never leave your backpack is separate your ID and your cash and your cards in at least 2 different places. And preferably keep your passport on you at all times. But do not keep all of your ID and all of your cards, ways to get money, like credit or debit or whatever, all of your plastic to be able to get money, all in one place. I was traveling with this wonderful Irish girl from Galway, Laura, and backpacked for where the hell were we? We were in Bangkok, and yeah, she misplaced her backpack, and we found it, but everything had been in one place. She kept everything there, and we had a very long, extensive conversation saying, "What are you doing? You got to separate it." So that's the most important rule, in my opinion. Is it possible you've been to Agra, Old Man Bird? Yes, it is. That's a good trivia question, folks. What is Agra? What is in Agra? Agra is in India. It is, if I recall, I took a train from Delhi, and I believe the train went east. The train went southeast or east from Delhi to Agra. What is in Agra? It's a very, very famous thing. What's in Agra, folks? And don't Google it. This is fun, okay? It's in India. That's a hint. Lemon Pie says, I only meant your guest was really going on a tangent, but he stopped. Oh, sorry, Lemon Pie. Yeah, Tony, I love him, but he is such, he's a creative force, and he goes in all different directions, and it's sort of like trying to stop a mad scientist. But we are going to focus on travel, and I will do a better job. See, that's my fault as a YouTube creator. I need to, as a host, I need to rein in all of my guests a little bit more, I think. But we'll work on it. What was I Googling? Ooh, India's Lake Palace. And let me just make sure that I gave you the correct information, because I'm just going off memory, folks. It was 2007 when I was there. What's that? The Lake Palace, yes, okay. In Udaipur, yes, correct. Is in Udaipur. All right, I remember that correctly. I really try. I'm batting pretty good, I gotta say, with stuff like that. Let's get an interesting picture, so you're not looking at my face up here. Let's jump to present screen. Okay. Share screen. Yeah, and let's share that again. So yeah, let's look at some travel pictures, because that is the whole point. And let's look at Barcelona. This is again in Barcelona, and these are not some sort of city art piece. This is not a city paid for. This is not a city art piece. What are we looking at, folks? Does anyone know what we're looking at? Does anyone know what we're looking at in this picture? And the other question is, Old Man Bird asks, what have you ever been to Agra? And I absolutely have been to Agra, and I'm going to pull up a picture if it's on this computer of what's in Agra. But let's see if anyone. Oh, hey, AJ Starhiker, hi. We're having a travel trivia discussion and a bonfire as soon as I can get the bonfire started. Thanks for joining us. Hey, part-time planting, excellent. Really good to see you, my friend. Yes, I know. Max Hedrum GPT, focus, buddy, focus. Thank you. So what are we looking at, chat? And what's Agra famous for in India? Everyone's saying hello. Part-time planning. Hello. Excellent. Thank you. It's street performers. Yes. Bingo, Lemon Pie. You got it. Those are street performers. See the little tin bucket in the lower end of the screen there, on sort of to the left of center. They're street performers. That's right. Police on bikes. Yeah, I do occasionally see those. In Whistler, I was living in Whistler Ski Resort in British Columbia, and I was on the lake in my inflatable, and it was a small lake, and there was no one else on the lake or anywhere around that end, and there were these two older ladies, my mother's age, back then, 10 years ago, and they were just having a nice picnic on the beach. There was no one around, and they were having a glass of wine each. Two police cops. Police cops. I think all cops are police, Steve. This is my first beer, I swear to God. Today. Two police bicycle cops cruised up out of nowhere, just sped right up, burst on the scene on purpose, expecting to find who, I don't know, teenagers or what else they're doing. Anyway, to give someone a ticket is what they did. And they found these two lovely ladies having a glass of wine, which is illegal in Canada because we treat our adults and citizens like children. And so they got a warning or a ticket. I don't know what he wrote them. I didn't ask. I was out in the water, and I sure as hell wasn't going closer because I was having some beers, and good thing their bicycles weren't able to float. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. They have some of them in casino in Vegas too. Yeah. Oh, cool. Street performers like this. Okay, so what is Agra famous for in India? And why was Old Man Bird asking if I'd been to Agra? Well, it's where. Any final guesses before two bike cops see some? Yeah, two bike cops. They were young kids looking to prove something. Any mosquitoes? Damn it. Any guesses? What in India is Old Man Bird referring to in Agra? The most famous monument in all of India, in my opinion, the Taj Mahal. What? Viagra? Sci-fi? What? Agra Cadabra? No, Viagra is a town. It's a town. It's a city, and it's a train. It's like a 4-hour train ride from New Delhi, and it's where the Taj Mahal is. And the Taj Mahal was a monument to a Raj's.
All right, I returned. I apologize for the delay.
Ooh, no, I'm glad you're back, Tony. I was just explaining that Agra is the town in India where the Taj Mahal is. It's a 5-hour train ride or 4-hour train ride from New Delhi, and the Raj built the Taj Mahal to be a tomb for his wife, a monument for his wife, and eventually him. And did you know there's a unique feature about the stone in the Taj Mahal, the stone that it's built with? And I've said this on one of my travel streams. Do you know what unique feature is of this incredible stone that the Taj Mahal is made out of? And don't Google it, folks. What's important about the stone that the Taj Mahal is made of? And Tony, do you mind reading this, or are you okay to read, or I can if you're not?
I am most definitely capable of reading. Have you started your fire yet?
I know. I'm working on. I'm going to do it right now. Thank you.
I will allow to read. It is Tigers, chat. As the great James Mason, I actually got mistaken for a bike cop once. My bike was similar to a color scheme to the police bikes, and I guess some bus passengers were causing trouble as I rode past. Spidey is currently taking care of his fire.
Trying to.
So I will read the chats forthwith. I cannot highlight them as I am not Rod Thunderheart, and he has only allowed one other person to be able to have those abilities at the time.
That
Max
sucks.
Headroom GPT, hail and welcome to you, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight. Did you catch the Black Widow files? They were pretty spicy earlier. He says, I vote for Viagra too. Sci-Fi Nation, most horny old men do. LOL. And he goes on to say that sandstone is the particular material in which the Taj Mahal has been constructed. I honestly couldn't tell you if that was true or not, but Spidey rushed over here, lickety split whenever I mentioned that.
It's ready to go. Fire's going.
Fire's going, sir.
Yes.
Happy bonfire, sir. Happy bonfire.
There are parts of it that are made from sandstone, and sandstone is a very common building material in India, especially in Rajasthan. The state of Rajasthan it's a desert area, and there's a religion called the Jain religion. Jain, Jain, I believe, and I went to a temple there, and I had to take off my leather belt because one of their tenets is one of their beliefs is you cannot do any harm to any living thing. So no leather or animal products in the temple, and it was all carved sandstone. It was made from sandstone, Tony, and it would have taken like a lifetime just to carve, for one artisan to carve like a square, like 2 meter area, or 6 feet. Do you know the kind of sculpting I'm talking? In the whole interior of the church was like this.
Yes, quite
Incredible. And I believe that was in, where the hell was that? That was in Jaisalmer, with a J, Jaisalmer. It's in the Rajasthan state, in near the desert. But we're getting distracted. Yes, and these are street performers we're looking at now, Tony. How cool is that? Talk about entertaining in a different type of way.
Lovely ensembles, to be quite frank. Yes,
right. You entertain in a different way.
Well,
oh, thanks, AJ. No, the stone. To answer the question, the stone that the actual monument in the building, the Taj Mahal, is actually quite a bit smaller than you'd think. The actual building itself, but inside, you go inside and you go do a tour, and all the tour guides carry flashlights. And one of the cool things they do is they go up to the corner of one of the interior pillars, and they shine the flashlight on the corner, and the stone is translucent, Tony, not transparent, translucent. Light passes through this stone. I don't know what kind of stone it's made from. I'll have to find out. But the Taj Mahal, in the interior pillars and a lot of the interior, the stone is translucent. Light will pass through it. This guard's flashlight was not special. It was amazing. Taj Mahal how the fuck do you spell translucent? There's a C in there somewhere. Stone.
Right.
There is a C. Translucent stone. I know it. No, not image.
Images.
Natural stone surfaces. Quartzite.
Damn.
Quartzite and quartz is quartzite is translucent. Fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Canadian Spider-Man, and this has been the more
lots of marble. Yeah, there you go. And I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, so that was cool. Oy vey, translucent. Yeah, that's right.
Man speaking Yiddish.
Yeah, oy vey. Max Headroom. What did Max Headroom say? Hopefully it's made from the cries of
Disney execs. D.
And there is sandstone in it, absolutely. And there's marble and quartzite. I just Googled it, but I saw it was translucent. Very cool. Did you ever go to one of those places, islands that are overrun with house cats, says Old Man Bird? No, but a local island out in the middle of a lake here is overrun with rats, so no one goes camping on it.
Yeah, fuck that. I definitely want to go to a cat island. I would literally take the bare essentials. I would take a tent, enough materials to keep campfires going, and like 1 month's worth of rations, just to be surrounded by the cats, by the triangular-headed babies. I would hug and kiss all of them. I miss my cats, dude. You have no idea.
I could tell. I could tell, my friend. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Nope. We can't show any bull. Well, that was just a bull. There was no. But if it gets anything more than that, YouTube
Spidey, hold the fort. I gotta hit the facilities. I'll be back in like 2 shakes.
So no, we can't go that direction. This is in Madrid, I want to say. I bet you that's in Madrid. And that's a market in Spain. Again, Barcelona, I believe that is. And, okay. Sci-Fi Nation, Jay, says, Max Headroom was owned by Picard in a TNG episode when a 21st century looter got a hold of time travel tech. That kind of sounds familiar. The actor, anyhow, yeah, I think so. Lemon Pie says, I don't remember if you went to Gibraltar. Isn't it overrun with monkeys? Yes, I did, and it is. They have signs. Actually, I've got a picture in my RV of the sign with a monkey baring its teeth, and it says don't touch the monkeys. Yeah, I did go to Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar. There's like a funicular kind of cable car that you go up to the top, and there's a twin Rock of Gibraltar over in Africa apparently, and you can look over and sort of see it on a clear day with binoculars. And they've got those binoculars that are mounted to the ground that you can rent and put a euro in, or no, Gibraltar is a British territory, so you put in a British pound. It uses British pounds in Gibraltar. Matt Freer is that actor's name. Yes, Max Headroom. He was, and I've seen him in other things. Max Headroom. I taught him everything he knows. 12 Monkeys. There were quite a few, Jay. Quite a few in Gibraltar. Absolutely. Did you know that there were monkeys? That could have been damn it! That could have been a trivia question. What animal is overrunning the top of the Rock of Gibraltar? That would have been an excellent one. Yeah. And yeah, I was kind of hoping, Tony, I did have invites out to Carla Burton and the Anti-Derivative Jill, but sadly, this is a sausage fest with just the two of us dudes. But I was going to say, what's one country that you definitely don't think that you would travel to, but even though there might be some cool things to see in it?
Great question. The conundrum, and just to iterate and make sure that you have it solidified. I'm very intimidated. I apologize.
No
you
problem.
Want me to ask or to answer?
Yes.
A country that I would love to see, but would hate to see it in the current time?
No, that a country that you don't want to go to because perhaps it's too dangerous, or in the current time for whatever reason, but you think, you know, it's too bad that you can't go there because there would be some cool stuff to see. And
well, that's literally every country outside of the continental United States. I am a full-time YouTuber with a subscriber count of 1,500.
Nice, congratulations.
So I don't get these luxuries or these opportunities to pursue them because I was terminated due to a fat, old 43-year-old man with cat ears and a dress being offended over a Doomcock shirt last year. So I don't get these luxuries. I don't get these luxuries. I don't even have a passport. I'm just making it day to day to be a YouTuber. But if I were to put the reality of my situation aside, I would go on the record to say I would love to see a lot of things in Russia, but I sure as hell wouldn't want to deal with the current Russian situation governmentally or otherwise to do so. St. Peter's Cathedral would be a lovely thing to see.
You say
but then I would also be surrounded by
because I was going to choose Russia.
So you and I are in agreement. Yes.
Well, that's the other issue. Well, yeah. Is Russia communist? I don't know if Russia is still communist. Are they? Openly?
No. To be quite frank, were they ever not communist?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was going to answer the same answer, Tony. I think I would like.
I would love to see St. Peter's Cathedral. Now, Rancor Steve actually got to have that honor in the early 90s, that lucky prick.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, Rancor Steve was in Red Square outside of St. Petersburg Cathedral. Absolutely.
Well, we did a travel stream. He came on my channel, and he was kind enough to show his pictures and tell stories of his time in Russia. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was awesome of him. And Rancor Steve, if you're watching,
he was on mission, not just as a filmmaker, but he was also on mission, being a brother in Christ.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah, way to go, Rancor Steve. And here I've got.
Did you see the release of the Sergeant Slaughter short on Steve?
No. Oh yes, I did. I heard it. Did I hear
I
it? Or not?
filmed the raw footage of that, and
No
Gary and
way.
doctored that. Yeah,
That's awesome.
now Steve has recently paid up on the debt, but I did pay Sergeant Slaughter at my local
Hey,
con. I did pay
wow,
Sergeant Slaughter on my local con to do the film. I
that's
was in the shot.
yes.
And obviously, Gary had cut me out of it with his edit,
Wow,
but whatever.
that's
Point
amazing.
was is it was purchased back from me, and Steve's paid in full. But
Wow.
that edit came out so fucking good. I'm not
Well, yeah,
hashtag
Gary's
not even mad,
good at
bro. Hashtag not
it.
even mad, bro. I
Nice.
I asked Steve if I could promote it, but he never hit me back. So I do have a copy, but I won't
That
ever
is
run it.
fantastic.
But I was the guy that provided the raw footage for that.
That I
Sergeant
will
Slaughter
catch.
was at my local con. And
That's
I'm so
awesome.
glad. And I told Steve, I said, tell Gary, hey, man, that shit came out good.
No, that was hey Ray Lucard and hey Kronos. I want to say hi to Kronos as well.
I miss Manorama. I miss Manorama in a lot of ways.
It's fun.
The same reasons why I miss
It's a lot of fun.
Pop Culture Breakdown. I miss both of those shows.
Tony, I gotta stay on topic, my friend. And I want to ask the question: what are we looking at? What is this man doing? He's selling things. This is in India. This is in what's that? What's that city where Sister Teresa was famous for doing a lot of her work? Calcutta or Kolkata with a K. Yeah, Calcutta. So this is in Calcutta. What's this man doing? He's running a business. What is he doing? Is my trivia question. And
slicing meat with that grinder. That's a meat slicer. Yes.
No, good guess though. Do you mind reading this? Because I think you'd do it justice.
In Soviet Russia, hamburger eat you. Привет, товарищ.
Thanks, Ray Lucard. Good to see you, my friend. So I'll get the chat out of there. What is this man doing for a business? What's his business? What's his business, chat? Where did I put my beer, Tony? Beer down.
You're asking the man who's in the Imperial Navy,
yes,
where your AMASEC is right now.
Now, do you see? There's no guards on that machine, and sometimes you see guys running these machines and doing this very business, and they only have one arm, and you knew that they fucked up once.
Mm-hmm.
And they still do the dot because they got no choice. So and now the clue, there's a clue, the stuff that he's got a product in the foreground. He's got a food stuff. He's got a food stuff in the foreground, and it has to do with his business, what he's selling. Let's see if damn it, the mosquitoes are bad out here. Shit. Damn it. It's the only problem with live streaming at night. And do you know a trivia question that I learned while traveling about dengue fever and Ross River fever, which is when you're traveling through northern Australia and Thailand and a lot of tropical places, all those viruses are transmitted through mosquitoes, but only the female mosquito, and they only come out at night. So that's an interesting trivia, and I've been told that many times, and I have no reason to doubt that is true. Although I have not actually asked the mosquito that bit me what sex they identified as. Oh, Tony, you just go hack that guy's server and teach him a lesson. It works every time. Oh, you bet you have experience.
No, listen. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. I just wish I was good enough to be on every show that I fucked up on. It's so hard to wish for.
Old Man Bird has a really important thing. Tony, would you mind reading Old Man Bird's?
Privyat, there are some beautiful women in Russia. I have heard. I guess they're everywhere, though, Tavarich.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. And Bombay, AJ Stay Hiker. No, this is Calcutta. And Calcutta is spelled with a K over there. And an O, Kolkata. That is sugarcane, Tony, in the foreground. At the bottom. And it looks like bamboo reed.
There on the lower right-hand side?
Correct, yeah. And he is pressing it and squeezing it through that machine that's motor-driven.
Sugar man. He making
sugarcane juice.
Right, okay.
It's a clear, it's a sort of a milky clear juice, and it's called sugarcane water, sugarcane juice, and it's surprisingly not that sweet. It's really refreshing on a hot day, and it's not overly sweet. It's sweet, certainly, but not overly sweet at all. Surprise. And it was really good, and you can get that all over the streets of Calcutta for just pennies, and it's delicious. And Susan Dolan, hello and welcome to you. We're doing a trivia night.
To Susan Dolan, keeper of the Owls and Cyber Bobcats. Join me for the fight tomorrow night as we save the universe from Shwami Lami Ding Dong.
Oh shit! Do you mind reading this from our good friend Max?
Kronos, where you been? We have stuff to break. Yes, we do.
That's awesome. That's wicked. Mosquitoes don't like fire. Okay, you're right. I'll make more fires. Yes. Oh, why are our prayers with Kronos? Why? Oh no. Oh shit, Kronos.
Oh dear.
Oh no. I've been not wanting to be on live streams
Jesus
much.
Christ, I'm inebriated right now, but okay, hold on. Let me grab pen and paper. Hold on. Kronos. Put that back up. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down.
I'm sure you, man. Where is it? Yeah, so sorry, man.
Kronos' father. So Kronos' father.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Well, at least he has a.
You have been added to the very essence of my prayer book. I'll be sure to. Fun fact there, Spidey. It takes me an hour to go through this book now.
I bet you it does, my friend.
Well, still everybody sends me, hey, Tony, remember this? Please put it up in the prayer. And I'm just like, I can't remember everybody's names. So I got to go through page for page. Mm-hmm. I just say, hey, Lord, remember the following. And then I just read off the names and thumb through it. It's an hour long now. Every night.
Yep.
Every morning.
Sci-Fi Nation says, sorry to hear that, Kronos. My own dad had that. Oh, man. Yeah, that's right, Jay. It wasn't that long ago, I don't think, if I recall, my friend. And, yeah, it's kind of like maple syrup. AJ Star Hiker is talking about the sugar cane juice, the sugar cane water. The liquid would need to be boiled down and then water evaporated off to make crystallized sugar. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Maple syrup from the maple tree is certainly not that sweet. That's a good point. And let's keep going with another interesting photo, if I can. Oh, that zoomed in, didn't it? There we go. This is also from India. That is edible silver. That is a delicious dessert milk donut.
Edible silver, so it's literally just the very coating of it.
Yeah, that's right, Tom.
Is it an isotope of silver or a silver-laced frosted topping?
It's just a decorative silver edible. I don't know.
That's the question I gotta ask because silver is still a transitional heavy metal.
I don't know if it's edible. I don't know if it's real, like actual metal silver, but it's what I was told was edible silver. I can't imagine it would be real silver. That was mighty expensive.
Wow.
And oh yeah, this is Calcutta. I don't know what. I think it was plastic bottles inside here. This guy was carrying. That sucks for your job. Yeah, not a lot of fun. Ooh, rhinoceros beetle.
That is a dung beetle.
Or staghorn beetle. Or dung beetle. Yeah, I think that's a think that's everybody knows.
Someone sits to him garbage day.
Yeah. All right. Here's a trivia question. Do you know this is in Thailand? This is
Theta of the Grid is going live. What is he doing with this?
Nice. This is in Thailand. This is Koh Tao. It's famous for scuba diving.
Spidey, are you capable of properly rating an individual?
I am, yes. They don't make vodka from beets.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a link in the private chat. Do you know how? Well, actually, I'm a manager of your show, yes? You're not monetized, so you cannot properly rate it. Listen, Theta's my number one. I'm teaching him everything I know.
Fantastic. Yeah, he is. Natural sugar is better than the alternative. I agree 100%.
Hey, all right, guys. Literally, I don't want to just like leave a stream for another stream, but Theta is.
You got it.
Theta's my number one. He's going to be taking my spot whenever something happens.
You have obligations. That's quite all right, my friend.
Well, it's not an obligation. It's just because he's my first officer.
I got it.
Our fleet protocols, you know.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, Spidey, how long do you plan on going for?
I was going to go for another 9 minutes to round off the 1 hour.
Oh, well, for the love of Holy Terra, here is the link to Theta's. Yeah. Make sure that they properly rate it. I just want to be there for my friend.
You got it, my friend. I've got it right there. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I'll drop that in.
Thank you. Consider that services repaid for watching out for you.
You got it.
Scheduling your stream at 8.
I can't believe I scheduled it for an hour.
Ding dong! And I tell you what. If I might be able to convince my good friend Brandon to let you on with your bonfires so that you can burn some wood. Yeah.
Oh man, I've got so much to do. I'm out of time. I have to study accounting right now.
You're out of touch.
So far behind with
out of time, but you're out of my hair when you're not around.
What a good song, Tony. I love that song. Yeah, that's right.
Love you, Spidey.
Thanks, Tony.
I do have to take care of my number one. He just, I call him my number one, but he has like twice the subscribers as I do.
Oh, you got it, Tony. No
fucking amateur compared to him, but here we are.
Yeah, no, you got it.
But
issue. You go ahead, and I'll join you. I've got to keep going with this, but I will join you.
Would you like me to play my commercial before we make like a tree and get out of here?
No, I'm not going anywhere, but if you have to go, I understand.
Just gotta take care of my friend. Is all.
I got it. Yeah.
There's my commercial. If you would like to play it,
I will. How long is it for, Tony?
A minute and a half.
That's a damn long commercial, Tony. I'm not gonna play that. Sorry, it's too long, buddy.
You know what? Fair play.
I've only got 4 minutes and a half left in this stream. I just can't dedicate that much to it.
You are good, my friend. I'm not going to impose. Minor plug. Check out my channel. I am a man on the internet.
Can I play just a little? Can I play a little bit of it, Tony? Like, can I play 10 seconds of it or something?
I just canceled it. No, it's a full commercial, man.
Ah.
I'm not going to bug you. You're on an itinerary. I'm on an itinerary. I'm not going to impose.
All right. Is that a floating basket? It is.
It is a floating basket. Yes.
That's right. Correct. And there are two people rowing and 2 passengers. It's a water taxi. Where is this? That's my trivia question for this particular thing. Where is this? And let's hang on, Tony. Let me see how many more pictures I've got. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 7 more pictures. You know what? If you want to stay for just a couple more minutes, we'll go through 7 pictures and then we'll play your commercial. How about that?
Fair play. You got it, baby.
All right, 7 pictures. Where is this, chat? So that is the question. It puts the lotion in the basket.
So maybe I'll do the voice. I tell you what, Kronos, this is for you. It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Basket. Carry on.
Exactly. Your friendly neighborhood account. That's the idea, old man Bird, because I'm getting tired of going up on metal roofs where if you slip and fall, you go to your death.
Hey, Spidey, at some point you got to join me for a matinee. I know you work
Yes.
the long hours, but
I'd love to.
especially if it's a matinee for like, if it's like Naboo Avengers. Ginger Wolf is our newest.
Let's do it.
Our newest acquisition. Timbuktu and Thor, you, Mexican Iron Man, myself, and Ginger Wolf. We just need to have like a fucking meeting where it's just us.
Let's do it.
I think that would be a lot of fun. But you got to get a hold of Mike because Mike don't talk to me. Mike thinks I'm.
I will. Bingo. Suzanne Dolan got it. It was the hat that gave it away, wasn't it, Suzanne? That is Vietnam. That is in Ha Long Bay. Not how long, like spelled like I'm saying. It's Ha Long Bay, Ha Long Bay, which is east of Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. That is a water taxi, 2 people paddling in Ha Long Bay in Vietnam, just near Hanoi. You're right. Moving on. I will. Yeah, I do talk to Mike. And they, okay, so this is Nhat Trang, also in Vietnam, and that's he's our floating bartender in Nhat Trang. Good beaches in Nhat Trang.
I know.
That's Cobra whiskey. That is
That's a whiskey bottle and none.
Yeah, that's it. That's from Laos. That's Lao Lao.
Oh shit!
Hi, Carla Burton.
Hi.
Oh,
that's
hi,
Lao Lao whiskey with the Cobra in the bottle.
So the man that takes up all of the air won't be in your way.
No, that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I say with a wink. Being a dick.
No, hi Carla. Tony's here, and
hi.
I was just gonna go for an hour, so I'm gonna go off in about 3 or 4 minutes.
I'll just leave then. It's fine.
No, but I'm happy to have you here. It's just I hope it's just going to be another few minutes, and then I've got to go.
It's not a problem, dude. I do too, but I just thought I would come and say hello. So
yes,
it's not a
thank
problem.
you. I'm glad you did. I'm so glad you showed up. So this is a water festival. This is a famous water festival, and people go around and just spray each other with hoses and water. Mm-hmm. Does anyone know where this is? And if you look to your right, that building might give you a
clue to those of you aficionados out there playing Where in the World is.
It's a famous
San Diego.
Famous water festival that takes place in a certain part of the world, and a couple of countries celebrate it that I'm aware of, and this is one of them. And it's in the middle of July, I think, in the middle of summer anyway, Carla. But what a water festival. People go around. I saw cops get hit with water guns and buckets of water. I saw nuns get hit. People on motorcycles.
That's awesome.
The crowds have buckets of water, and they try and stall out the motorcycles by hitting them in the engine. Like they're they're dicks.
Wow.
So
Spidey, I do need to make like a tree and get out of here. If you're not willing to wait on my commercial, everybody knows where they can catch me.
Nope. That was Laos. Lao. You don't pronounce it. Laos.
I was gonna say Vietnam. I knew it was something around like that.
There's money in Laos. Is that Cambodia or Laos? That is Laos. Nope, that's Laos.
Yeah.
That's like $50 American. Those, I don't know if we're going to get dinged on YouTube for that, but those are fried flying creatures. Bats.
Oh, really?
Bats and
Well, you ain't going to get dinged for fried bat, dude.
All right. The final, before we go to Tony's question, the very final trivia question of the night.
I know what that means.
What does this say? What is this sign? It's in a foreign language. What does this say, Carla?
Obviously.
Stop.
Right. You got it.
I'm amazing.
Does anyone in the chat know what country this is in?
It looks Turkish
All right.
almost.
All right,
It
brother.
looks Turkish or something.
Listen.
Morocco.
Morocco, there you go. Very
Morocco.
close.
That's Morocco. Okay, so let's do that and let's show Tony.
This is what you do outside of being just somebody randomly
Hi,
plugged.
this is Alf here, and I thought we were going to be talking about something important.
Were we?
Yeah, a commercial. That's right, a commercial.
Oh, that's right.
A commercial. Hi, this is Ginger Wolf.
God, she's so
She's a
sexy.
resident Black Widow of the Stark of Iron channel, where you'll find parody, songwriting, voice acting, puppeteering, and a heck of a lot more. Maybe a little pole work, maybe a little fire eating. Maybe, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Just like enough to add like a little spice to the pot.
A little spice to the pot. How do you like your chili? Do you like your chili hot?
I eat jalapeno peppers.
I like my chili so goddamn hot you can cook a hog's ass with a spoonful.
So you mean like me?
Oh yeah, just like our great Ginger Wolf thing.
Yeah.
That's right. So check out the Stark of Iron channel, where Snowed Up wanted a commercial of us. This is what you get.
Yeah.
We're totally cutting the last bit.
And be sure to join us tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, as we do an after party after Friday Night Frolics. That's right, we're going to be keeping the party going for you fine folks. Parody songs, characters, skits, transcript readings, and more happening tomorrow right after F&F. Stay tuned. Links are in the description. Love ya.
That's awesome, Tony. Yes, that was awesome. And if you, I think
it's called professionalism, as it were.
Kronos liked it.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Go I'm gonna go and take care of my number one. I love each and every one of you guys. 3,000. See you during the frolics, early and after.
Yes,
as well as for the after party directly afterwards. Canadian Spidey will have the link. I will send a requisition towards his lordship in the Hollywood to be able to purport it. If he doesn't want to do it, no pressure. So hope to see you all then. You all have a great night, and I love each and every one of you. Thank you for helping me
Thanks,
be
Tony.
your corner of the internet entertainer.
I appreciate. I appreciate you being here, and I was supposed to be here according to the stream schedule, and I was not. But you handled things, and I gotta double check my stream scheduling next time.
That is my job to be able to support everybody that supports me within and without. Do not consider any fault or debt towards my services. Only that I was able to succeed in the endeavor, my friend. God bless you, and you too have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you do not want to join us at Thetas, take care.
All right.
Bye.
You got it. Thanks, Tony. Have a good night.
Have a great night. God bless.
And Carla, yes, thanks for being here. You know what? I just started the fire. Do you mind talking about travel just for a couple of minutes?
Sure thing.
Max Headroom GPT says, oh, I was going to say East LA. No, that was Morocco. And as a matter of fact, I think that was Casablanca. Nope. That was the capital city of Morocco. What's the capital city of Morocco? Riyadh. It's Riyadh. R-I-A-D. Riyadh. It's right on the coast. It's an ocean. It's a Atlantic Ocean city, and that's where I took that photo. That stop sign. Yeah. So whatever language, well, I guess it's Moroccan. But yeah,
Not Turkish.
Not East LA. Oh, so I just made myself big because I've got the fire for people to look at, Carla.
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea.
If you turn on your camera, of course, I'll make you equal to mine. But you certainly, I'm not asking you to. I'm saying if you do, that's why I made you small.
Oh, hang on.
I made you small so I can crush you.
Here. Hang on.
No. You don't have to turn on your camera. I was saying don't feel bad because you're small.
Oh no, I don't. The fire is way more interesting than
Oh,
me.
okay, cool. Okay, great. So, Carla, you have traveled,
Mhm.
and you've traveled a lot to Australia, which a
Mhm.
lot of people on this planet have not.
Mm.
A great many people haven't been to Australia, to their detriment, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
What
it's
what do you,
sorry.
no, I was going to say what do you like about Australia? Because it certainly isn't New Zealand. It's very different from
No.
New Zealand. What do you like about Australia?
I suppose I go to Melbourne a lot. I like Melbourne's probably my favorite one of like between Sydney
Yep.
and Brisbane and
Yep.
Melbourne.
Yes.
Because I've been to each of them a lot, but
Nice.
I think I like Melbourne's city because it seems I'm not saying it's older because like Sydney's more populous, so it's probably but I like Melbourne. You get on the trams and you just ride around everywhere for free within the business district. And
Yes.
the beautiful buildings are old and awesome and the different architecture type styles. It's just I love Melbourne that way.
Now, Brisbane had the city cats, and they were little.
Okay.
Yeah, this was that. No, am I thinking of Perth?
They still have it. No, they still have it, and it's free.
They do, right, and they go on the Brisbane River, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, okay, because also in Perth they have city cats, but their buses painted with an image of like a jaguar on them, and they are free, and they go. The blue ones I think go east west, and the red ones go south north south, and they are free as well within the downtown CBD. What does CBD? Anyone that's not from Australia or New Zealand, you might not know what CBD stands for, and it's not.
No way.
It's not to do with marijuana, right, Carla? What's CBD?
It's the Central Business District.
Yeah, the Central Business District, the CBD, right? Not to do with marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. No, my yeah, and my husband's always like they're based in hotels like in the city, so we're always there.
Yeah, and the free buses around Perth are fantastic. Melbourne, yeah, you're right. And now Brisbane, the city cats, I think you pay for those to go, but it's an excellent way because the way the river winds through the city, it takes sharp corners. You can go from one part of the city quite quickly by these little, then they're small boats. They're not big ferries. They're small and they're fast. And I've got a magnificent photo of one. I printed it. I printed it. I don't know if I have it on this computer. But now what do you like about Sydney? And do you like walking around the downtown? Because there's quite a few things to see right in that downtown area, the central, couple of miles.
Wow. So I like Melbourne because of the old buildings and the trams.
Yeah.
I like Sydney. Okay. Sydney is just beautiful. Like you can walk around that the CBD, like where the what do you call it,
the Center Point Tower, the Quay.
Oh yeah,
Circuit
no,
Quay.
I'm thinking more of where the Sydney Opera House is.
Yes, that's in near the Quay.
And last year, 2 years ago, probably now, we when I was on an overnight with my husband, we went to they have something called the Festival of Lights or City of Lights or some light festival. And so you go on the boat, you catch a boat, and you go to a whole lot of 12 or so different stops at nighttime, and it's all lit up really nicely with colors.
Wow, that is kind of cool.
And a lot of buildings, including the harbour, the Sydney Opera House, they have images displayed on them.
Right, I saw that for the first time in Guadalajara, in Mexico. two years ago when I spent the winter there, and I did a lot of live streaming from there. It's in Guadalajara, and one of their main it was a civ and at 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, whatever, they would do like an hour-long video presentation, and it was very artistic and it was incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. I won.
What's your favorite thing about the different cities? Have you got different? Because like basically, when I go over there, the first thing I do is I get my favorite sushi sandwich.
Oh, wow! You know, in Sydney, I gotta go to Harry's Cafe de Wheels.
Yeah.
And it's a food cart. And it specializes in Australian meat pies, but he does pie floaters. Okay. What's a pie floater? You might know.
I don't. I know what a pie is. Like, it's not what normal Americans think of a pie. But a pie floater, would it be in gravy or something?
With gravy, but with mushy peas, with green peas.
Okay.
Green peas, and then gravy poured over top, and that's a pie floater. And Harry's Cafe de Wheels, it's right next to the Navy, because the Navy base is right in the center, right next to the Opera House, across from it. And he's right there by the Navy base. And it's an establishment. It's been there since the 1960s, and it's got famous people have eaten there, and he's got photos of it all over the cart, and it's kind of Harry's Cafe de Wheels. If you talk to anyone from Sydney, they'll fucking know what it is. It has to be still there. It was there in 2001. That's when I was last there. My favorite thing is, I think, Darling Harbour. It's on the other side of the quay. And it's just a really quaint, nice little, and it gets you out of the busy part of like downtown Sydney. It's like you go through a little part, and all of a sudden you're in this quaint little harbor. So that's cool.
I used to stay with my cousin who lived in Five Dock, and we'd drive down to like one of the ferries and catch the ferry into the city.
Oh,
I'm
wow!
going to Brisbane in 2 weeks, at least a week and a half. I'm going to go to Brisbane.
I've got some good friends on Lion Drive. Near Ipswich.
Oh yeah.
Near Ipswich. Yeah,
I went to Ipswich
nice
a couple of years ago.
On the way to Indooroopilly. I remember that.
Yeah,
it's a fun name to say, Indooroopilly.
Yeah. It's a fun name.
And I gotta say, Australia, I think in 2001 anyway, I think it was my favorite country in all the world. I wanted to live there.
What?
Yep.
So London's your favorite city in all the world, and Australia's your favorite country in all the world.
It used to be. And now I think it's Portugal is my favorite country.
What?
I think so. And
why?
And my favorite city might be Oporto. Well, Port Wine, Carla. Port Wine is in Oporto, in the north of Portugal. The architecture, the food, the people, the beaches in the south, the history. West Kegel. Hey, West Kegel.
Waves there, right? Aren't they the biggest waves in the world in Portugal?
In the south. I didn't start the fire. No, I did, Kronos. Old Man Bird is entertained. Good, I'm glad. And no, it's Rabat. Oh, shit. Rabat. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Lemon Pie, the capital of Morocco is Rabat.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I say Riyadh?
Is that in Iraq or something like that? Oh, who's Riyadh?
Because Riyadh is what Moroccans call a B&B. It's a Riyadh. And I stayed at a Riyadh in Rabat with my Japanese fiance at the time. We stayed at a Riyadh, and we stayed at another one in Marrakesh, Victoria, Riyadh, Victoria. That was a very fancy one with a rooftop patio. That's Riyadh, Rabat. Right, I got them mixed up. Too many arguments in my head for travel related. But yes, Riyadh is a B&B or like a hostel, not a hostel, but a hotel, a pension. Not a pension like you get when you're old, but like a place to stay.
Yeah.
R
Max
I
Headroom is here.
and
you send-
it's Rabat. Thank you, Max Headroom. Rabat. Shit. Yes, I have pictures of Rabat actually. Canadian Spider-Man. What kind of beer is that you are drinking? This is Molson, Canadian. Molson Canadian. Well, exactly, Kronos. I want to just say hello. Sashi says, just like a man to make a woman feel small, CSM. No, Carla doesn't. Her camera's not on. That's why she's small, and the fire is pretty to look at.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here because I'm not set up or anything like that. I'm just. I was popping in, but you're going out.
Well, I was, but then you're here,
Okay.
and you're
That's
interesting to talk to. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Fantastic. And I do have pictures of Brisbane, and I'm just looking to see if
nice. We
I
need
can-
William Shakespeare here. That's who we need.
I know, right? He's
He's
awesome.
traveled a lot too.
He really has.
Have you been to China? Have you been to China?
I have been to China, yeah. Yeah,
Where
I've
did you
been
go there.
to like a few communist countries. That's why I know I don't like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been to Cuba and Laos and Vietnam
That's not China.
and China.
That's Asia. Oh, you
And
mean communist countries? Communist
Yes.
countries? Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Vietnam is communist, and I believe so is it Cambodia or Laos? Shit, one of them is communist.
It would be Cambodia, surely.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I think it is Cambodia. And I've got pictures of Brisbane, but they're at my friends' houses on Glen Lyon Drive. So
Okay.
I can't show those.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh darn. You know what I can show that in Brisbane?
What?
It's kind of weird. Do you like to see weird pictures, Carla?
I suppose so.
It's not gross. It's just kind of like,
Okay.
why would I take this picture? I'll show you.
Is it artistic?
This is Brisbane.
Is it
It's
artistic?
in a pub. This is in a pub in Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
if anyone knows where it is,
Look
I don't know
at
why, but
that.
that's an interesting way to do a men's urinal. And the plumber, that's such an easy job for a plumber. Like, that's a genius. I've never seen that anywhere else on the planet. But as a plumber or a maintenance guy, I appreciate how easy that is for plumbing. And I've never seen that anywhere on the planet. And that's in a pub in Brisbane. And
That's really
I honestly,
cool.
I can't remember where that is. So I'm
That's a
legitimately
great
asking
idea.
if anyone knows where that is, please tell me, because I forget
Is that the
where
only
that
one,
is.
or were there two? Like, was there more than one?
There was just one with four urinals.
Okay. That's very clever.
Allowing time for fuel, says Max Headroom
Oh.
JPT. Ooh.
You need
Is
to put
that
more wood on the fire?
fuel? Oh yes. That's what I think he wants. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong on so
Bigger
many
fire!
levels. Oh right, Kronos. Okay. Kronos says that's just wrong so many levels. Because like you're essentially four dudes standing peeing at each other.
Yeah. I never thought of that. I just thought at least you don't have to look at anyone's willy. That's all I thought.
Wait a minute. We don't look at people's. No, we don't look at them anyway, Carla. No, that's
I'm
that's
just
the
saying
number
if I
one
was a-
rule.
Okay.
That's the
Well-
number one rule for dudes. Oh, and I can yeah.
I'm just
what
saying
else?
if I was at a urinal, I would be looking. You
No.
couldn't help it. You'd be like, wow, that's freaky.
That is not. They're definitely not supposed to do that. Trust
Okay.
me on that one. Okay. Oh, and you know what else? Australia has a thing for funny urinals because where was I? I was on in northern Australia,
Mhm.
Kakadu. You can go on Kakadu to Kakadu National Park in Australia, and it's famous for a movie that was filmed there. And if anyone, that's a trivia question. Kakadu National Park, up near Darwin in Northern Territory, or on the way to Darwin. And on the entrance to the park, they have public urinals because all the bus stops there, the big buses, the tour buses stop there, all the buses stop there, and the little Jeep tours.
Make
which we
yourself
were in.
bigger.
And they mounted a urinal 8 or 7 feet up off the wall, off onto the wall.
What?
Like no one's going to be able to use that. What do you? Just for fun. It was just hilarious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just
Not
to
for
be,
parachuters who get stuck.
Yes.
Hey, Sashi.
but Kakadu National Park, the movie that was filmed there, Carla, do you know?
Mad Max?
Ah, excellent guess. Crocodile
Queen of the
Dundee. Crocodile Dundee. Part of it was filmed there.
That was going to be one of my guesses too. There's like 3
Yep.
movies that film sort of like. in
Got
the
it.
wilderness.
AJ Starhiker got it. Yes.
Yeah, well done.
And there's a pub outside of the actual national park, just outside. There's a pub, and you can go to it. And they have. Do you remember at the start of Crocodile Dundee? He gets out.
I haven't seen it in years.
Oh well, near the first half of it anyway. He gets out, and there's somewhere in Australia on a dirt road, and there's a water buffalo blocking the road, and he gets out, and he does.
About that today with Epion.
Okay,
We really discussed that.
that very water buffalo, is stuffed and mounted in that pub at the south gate entrance to Kakadu National Park.
Wow.
Yeah. You can actually see that water buffalo, and
That's
and it was
cool.
filmed at Kakadu National Park, and the part where he got attacked and his boat was like up a tree, and by the crocodiles. That's in Kakadu National Park, and you can go sail on the Mary River, and it is the most crocodile-infested river in the world.
Yeah, I still remember photos.
I got to drive the boat with 3 Irish guys. I did, because there was only one tour guide, and there was like 8 of us. And he said, well, someone needs to drive the boat. And I said, well, I'm Canadian. I had no fucking idea how to drive a boat with an electric motor, but I did it. And the crocodiles were there, and I stalled out, and we started drifting towards the bank that had like 5-meter crocodiles on it. And like everyone's like, start the motor. And it's like, holy shit. That was so stupid of them to let me drive. Like, you don't let the tourists drive the boat. And you know what? That company is and I don't want to give the company name because I don't want to give them a bad name, but I don't think they're in business anymore because one of their backpackers got eaten by a crocodile because they're a bunch of cowboys and they were known to be cowboys, and that's why I went with them. But occasionally people die. And
Spidey, can you make yourself bigger?
Yes, I can.
So people can see your fire?
Of course. And I'll add wood to it while I talk to you.
Okay. Did you know? Okay. Do you know what a tinny is?
A tinny. That's what I was driving. An aluminum boat.
Yeah, you're right.
That's exactly what I was driving, and it scared the shit out of me. Oh, and another trivia question. What's that? Physical trivia. This is a physical trivia night. I've been doing physical trivia, and I've been doing photo trivia.
Yeah.
What is that? Does anyone know?
Is it liquid?
What country?
Is it liquid?
No, it's a powder. What country is that from? And what is it? Does anyone recognize that?
Oh, I don't know what it is. Is it cayenne powder or something?
Ooh, you got it.
Oh.
It's from Mexico, and you might recognize its bigger cousin. It's a Mexico chili powder and pepper and lime. And there's lime, like it's sour.
Wow.
It's a pepper, but with lime in it. And it's this.
Why
is the big,
is it full?
So you put this in your jeans pocket, and you carry this with you in your jeans pocket, and so you always have some with you in Mexico.
That's clever. So it's a bit like us in tomato sauce packets.
Oh, okay. Wave off, says Kronos. Don't snort it. I'm not gonna. No, it's not plutonium, Miskatonic. It's yes, that's it. Lemon pie got it. It's tajin. You got it. Lemon pie. I'm gonna add wood to the fire, Carla. So where else have you traveled to besides Australia, Carla?
Well, when my mother is from South Africa, so I went to school twice in South Africa, and when I was 5 and when I was 15, and my mum's coloured, so I went to a coloured school both times, and so they would say, "We've got a whitey in our class," because I wasn't brown like my mum. And yeah, it was an interesting.
You're not brown?
experience.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure. Yeah, so that was interesting.
Wow, that's so cool. Now I don't know that. See, I've always wanted to go to South Africa, Carla, and
Don't
one of
do
the
it.
I asked Tony earlier was what is one of the places that you don't want to travel to because of current situations, but really it's too bad because you'd really like to go there.
Yeah.
He said Russia, and
Okay.
I also
go to
said Russia.
Wow.
South Africa. South Africa would be another choice.
Oh yeah. No, I've been and like my auntie took me to basically you can go where two seas meet. Like is it the Atlantic and the Indian or the two oceans meet and we went there.
Oh yeah, okay.
So she's like, this is the only place in the world. But like in New Zealand, we've got the Tasman Sea and the Pacific Ocean, but I suppose one isn't an ocean. But yeah, this is where two oceans meet.
Have you been to the? Have you ever swam up north in the Coral Sea?
No.
That's if you go up north of Cairns. You Cape Tribulation is up there, and it's called
really
Cape Tribulation. I'm sorry.
Do you really want to swim in something that has tribulation in the name?
I don't recall. You know what? I think I only dipped my toes in the water because we were watching sunrise because that was the thing to do. Because it's on the east coast of Australia, so you see the sunrise up over the ocean. And Cape Tribulation is something. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's next to the Daintree Rainforest, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's one of the only places in the world where two UNESCO World Heritage Sites meet. One being that whole Cape Tribulation Daintree Rainforest.
Yeah.
Trivia question: what's the other UNESCO World Heritage Site?
No.
In northern Queensland, that's
Hang
there.
on, I'm gonna have to stop.
Oh yeah, you can hear the snapping of the fire. Awesome. And lemon and lime. Yes, the lime is excellent with the cayenne pepper. It's excellent. Oh shit, Carla disappeared. Oh shit. Okay. So the chat. I wonder if the chat knows what would now northern Australia on the east coast. Oh, there's Carla.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I missed the trivia question. Sorry, my alarm went off. So if I get kicked out, it'll be alarms kicking me out.
Aren't there murder jellyfish in that ocean? Yes, there are, Kronos, but I didn't play with any of them. Yes, there are also little cone snails that can kill you as well. I didn't touch them either. They're a little cone. Oh fuck, they are deadly. I've got when I did my rescue diver scuba diving course. Yeah. I got one of the first things one of the little books that you get is venomous sea creatures and dangerous sea creatures. And actually, I'll do a stream with it. I'll do a scuba diving stream with it. And you're welcome to come. And the cone shells, they're just tiny, and those things will kill you. It's crazy. Yeah, but you know what? The cold weather in Canada kills far more people than all the dangerous things in Australia combined times 2. That is a fact. Hundreds of people in Canada are killed by the cold.
Really? Oh.
Really, it's sad. But hundreds of people
that is.
Cold.
Is that because they don't plan for it or they can't afford heating or what?
Yes, or they're homeless. And yes.
Oh, that's sad.
Or they get lost in the wilderness. When I lived in Whistler, every year someone would come home drunk from a party in the middle of winter and die from the cold, sadly.
If only you knew someone who did that once, right?
I've experienced, so that's why it was fine. I'm hoping to go to the Boundary Waters on the Minnesota-Manitoba border this summer. That's very cool, AJ Steyer.
Nice.
So what was the trivia question that I asked? Oh, right. What was the second UNESCO World Heritage Site that in the far north Queensland where the Daintree Rainforest and Cape Tribulation? One of the great things about Cape Tribulation, you can walk out from the beach and go snorkeling and diving on the other World Heritage Site,
Oh yeah.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
And from the beach, because normally, like in Cairns, further south, it's a 2-hour boat ride. But at Cape Tribulation, you can walk off the beach.
Wow. Yeah. Is it tide dependent? Is it tide dependent? Like you couldn't do it at high tide or what?
No, it's far enough out there. Yeah, no, I don't call that. The coral reef, yes, exactly, Lemon Pie. You got it. Coral. Lemon Pie's good at these. He's gotten a lot of them. And yes, Portuguese man of war, and also what's the
That's a jellyfish, right?
That's right. And the blue bottles.
Yeah.
Portuguese man of war are big. Those aren't the ones I'm scared of. I'm scared of the tiny irukandji because they can get through the jellyfish netting that the lifeguards put out and to protect the swimmers. But the irukandji jellyfish are like that. I've never seen one, but they're tiny and they can go through the netting. And you just,
up your togs. And up your togs.
People don't know what togs are, Carla. People.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's not sexual, folks. Up your togs.
Why would it be sexual?
You'll get jellyfish up your togs. They think that's dirty, Carla. No, it means bathing suit.
I didn't know that.
It means bathing suit, folks.
Yeah. It does.
No, Stark isn't here for the snapping. I like that, Kronos. That's funny. The shells. Ooh. Don't pick up the shells. No. Don't pick up the jellyfish. Don't pick up the shells. Hell no. Not surprised about the cold. Yeah, AJ Star. Because, that's a thing. Wear layers. Yeah. Well, that's,
So what's your favorite continental European city or country? Continental.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
What's your favorite continental European country or city? Not Portugal, though. You're not allowed to say Portugal.
Yeah, and box jellyfish. Yes, Kronos, exactly. They're dangerous too. Yeah, I would say Portugal. But Italy.
Oh, yeah.
But Barcelona, my favorite city. I mean, Barcelona might be up there.
Yeah.
Barcelona. Do you know why? In Barcelona, there's something called the Rambla. The Rambla. Do you know what that is? The Rambla.
It's not when the bulls run down the street, right? What's that called?
No. This is an area, and it's it's like 6 blocks long, maybe longer, but it's a pedestrian area. And it's right in the middle of Barcelona, downtown, pretty much, and people, it's wonderful, pedestrian, all a shopping zone and walking area.
Yes. There's
street performers there, and guys selling beer, single beer, and you can walk around and drink. As most countries in the world, you can walk around and drink beer. Not in Canada, not in America, not in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
But in most countries in the world that I've been to, you can walk around in public if you're acting like an adult and drink in public. And so on the Rambla, you can just wander around and people watch the performers, and there's people selling food and little food carts and stalls, and it's like a festival atmosphere, and it happens every day, and the Rambla, and so I was able to buy a beer, and this guy, I was talking on the phone to my parents. And this guy comes up, and I'm in the fucking phone booth, and it was back in 2007, so there was actually public phone booths. And I'm talking to my parents, just telling mom where, because I didn't know what country I was in at that point. I was, I'm in Spain now. I never tell them where I'm going, and hardly. And so I'm in Spain now. I'm in Barcelona, and they say, "Are you drunk?" I said, "Well, a little." And because the guy in the phone booth, they keep the beer above. There's a plastic panel where they slide out to change the light bulb, and so this guy comes up, and he was a large and he was like a large athletic guy, and he comes, and I think he looked like maybe he was Moroccan or Morocco, and he comes into the phone booth, reaches in while I'm on the phone, slides up doesn't say a word to me, slides up the panel, grabs a beer from it, and sells it for cash to this guy. And so I ended up having a great time. No, I met that guy, and yeah, that's where they keep them, because they're not allowed to sell beer on the street because the cops will bust them. So they keep it up there, and they sell them one at a time.
I bet the cops know that, though. I bet the cops just
Oh,
turn
of course
a blind
they.
eye.
Of course they.
Yeah.
Do.
They get a free beer.
Sorry, guys. I'm over on another stream. Didn't see the hails. Oh, hey, West Giggle. No problem at all.
Hello.
How do you spell irakanji? Irakanji. Irakanji. There's a K in it, isn't there? It is double R. Double R. There's a K. I think it's not a C. And it's kanji. But I could be wrong.
K-A-N-G-I-J-I, like
I'm
Japanese
probably
kanji?
Well, that's what I'm probably mixing it up with.
Yeah.
Is the Japanese rice dish kanji. Tiny poison jellyfish sounds not so great. Well, don't get them in your togs.
Exactly.
North Kegel. Oh yeah, North Kegel is here. West Kegel. Yes, I can. Even when full of vodka, says West Kegel. And I don't know, Carl. What do you think, Kronos? He says typing while drunk is true multitask. While drinking,
Yeah, I would
guess.
say so. It's probably the how to tell you're really good at it. Is typing proper words in the right order.
Yeah. So what others? Oh my goodness! I'll tell you a story, Carla. One of the most memorable travel experience. I'll tell you one of the most memorable, awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you one of the most embarrassing.
Okay.
And I'm just looking for your feedback and if you have any similar experiences. But one of the most awesome experiences I've ever had was actually where I was showing that basket boat in How Long Bay in Vietnam. So I was on a Vietnamese wooden boat, and it's kind of a Chinese junk style, and full of cockroaches. It's all wood. What can you do? But you deal with it. And you go out on How Long Bay for 2 nights. I think we're there for 2 nights and 3 days, and off, and you leave from near Hanoi in Vietnam. And once you get out there wasn't, at that time in 2005, there really wasn't that many other people, like boat traffic out there. And we often would, because How Long Bay is full of those they're like spiral like, is it sand? It's not sandstone, it's limestone, and so they dissolve easily. And they're like stacks. They're all kinds of stacks and cliffs and mountains all throughout the bay. Yeah. And so they're you can easily pull into like a little secluded part of the bay away from anywhere else, and that's where we spent the nights. And we would go and go up on top of there was, I don't know, 12 backpackers and then some crew. And we were all staying on that boat overnight, and we would go and there was not much of a moon at all. And I remember it was dark, away, like miles away from Hanoi and from Vietnam, shielded from all the light pollution. And it was just dark, and we could see the stars. And we were partying on the boat and drinking and having some music. And the guys, we would go up to the roof to pee. The girls would use the washroom, but see, there was only like 2 washrooms. So being gentlemen, we would go up to the roof and pee off the roof. Mm-hmm. Do you know what what is it? Luminescent, bioluminescence is?
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, it's blue, isn't it?
And we would go up on the roof and to take a leak, and we just admire, because it was pretty dark, and we just admire the incredible stars. And when you'd pee off the boat, it would stir up all this bioluminescence, all this iridescent, really colorful blue and green. Bioluminescence, and it was just incredible, and it was just so peaceful and amazing, and that was just and unexpected. We didn't even know it.
Is it living creatures? Are they living creatures?
Living creatures, and when they're stirred up, they give off light. And I also ran into that in Little Corn Island in the Caribbean.
Oh wow!
In Little Corn Island off Nicaragua on the east, on the Atlantic coast. It's not in the Caribbean; it's down further south. And other bioluminescence, and they were blue, and they were in the waves. So when the waves splashed on the shore, and there was no moon, so it wasn't moonlight. That when the waves splashed on the shore, all the bioluminescence would crackle in the breaking waves, and that was amazing. And I've seen that in Mexico too, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the most incredible, one of the most amazing, incredible.
Yeah.
And
it's just nature, right? Just nature.
It's just nature. And then Machu Picchu, like looking at Machu Picchu in Peru, you know, up those the Mayan ruins. Are they Mayan or Aztec?
I don't know.
No, they're Mayan. I think they're Mayan or Inca. Mayan. They're Mayan ruins. Machu Picchu is Mayan in Peru, and that was incredible because they're up on the tops of mountains, and that was breathtaking. But the most embarrassing story, Carla, was also in Vietnam. and I've told the story before when I did Vietnam, the live stream in Vietnam.
No, I don't think we were live streaming then. I think it was backstage.
Are they tasty with chips? Are what tasty with chips?
The jellyfish?
Oh no, the iridescent.
Right.
Iridescent fish. They're bioluminescent little bacteria. Little amoeba. They're tiny. They're not fish.
They're on YouTube. People put them on Daily Dose of Internet.
Don't be outside in Antarctica. No, definitely no. No, Antarctica is the only continent that I have not been to.
You haven't been to New Zealand though, have you?
She gotta buy the lobster. What?
Don't know.
Whiskey I stock is only $20 per liter at Costco. Tastes great. That's fantastic. Ooh. Oh, okay. Lemon pie. Looked it up. Miru kanji. I looked it up. There was a K. I knew there was a K. I thought there was a couple hours ago. Miru kanji. Thank you, lemon pie. Yeah, those jellyfish are tiny and they get through the netting, and that's the sad part. Yeah. So I was in Vietnam and traveling down south of So after Ha Long Bay and after the most incredible experience with the bioluminescent waves, I was going down on a day bus, a big tour bus going down, full of Vietnamese people and a couple of backpackers, and going down there's a nice highway system that runs parallel to the coast all the way down. Vietnam is a long, thin country, right next to the ocean, and the highway goes all the way down, and it was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours. The buses take a long time because they don't go as fast as we do in with our modern roads, and it was taking a long time. So I go to the bathroom, but it had a bathroom at the back of the bus. It was very fancy. It was all, you know, those buses where everything, like, it's all rubberized inside the bus bathroom, but it's all clean and it's all stainless steel and very nice.
Yep.
And there was announcements but he was speaking Vietnamese. I don't speak Vietnamese at all. And so I didn't know what he was talking about. And so I go to use the bathroom and I'm in there, and all of a sudden the bus stops, and I thought we're at a traffic light, but we're stopped for quite a while. And I'm doing number 2. And it
just takes how long it takes.
The whole wall of the bathroom of the bus opens up, and he's there with a hose because he was going to hose out the bathroom. The whole wall opens up, and I'm at a gas station on the toilet, nothing between me and, I don't know, like 4 cars and Vietnamese people, families, at a gas station on the side of the highway. There was probably 20 people. Then the bus driver, the host, was so shocked, it took him a second, and then he closed it back up. So I guess what he was saying in Vietnamese is, we're coming up to the gas station, so please don't go to the washroom right now. And I didn't. And no, none of those fuckers told me. So anyway.
They probably went out and got their camera ready.
I don't. None of the other passengers on the bus told me, oh, don't go to the bathroom. It's like, okay, whatever.
Oh my god.
That was so I've got no shame left, really. I don't get embarrassed at all.
Be on one of those TikToks or something like that. Oh, look at that.
Vietnam does have a lot of traffic issues. It absolutely, you're not kidding. You're absolutely not kidding. Actually, one of my yeah, I have a video of the traffic in. You know what? I'd like to maybe end the stream, Carla. I've got a lot to do tonight, but do you want to show? I've got a quick video of some of the traffic in Vietnam because Kronos just mentioned it. And it's on my channel. So if you go to my Canadian Spider-Man channel, you will see this video is there. And this is in yes, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I mean we'll come back after it, but we'll come back after it, and my outro is a different video.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's not my outro. No, absolutely not. Let's
take your time.
No, here it is. I got it. Okay. Share screen. Here it is. And okay, so this is on my channel with volume. Yes, I'm on volume.
Oh, sorry, Greek letters.
And okay, so I'll this is traffic in Vietnam because Kronos mentioned it. This is Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon.
Chaos. Chaos.
Yes, you got it. That was complete chaos. So I did not drive at all in Vietnam. But I have a good friend, Andres. Shout out to Andres, who I just saw down in Mexico. He is Swiss German. And he lived in Vietnam for 11 years and drove a motorcycle there for 11 years. And he never had a single accident there. He worked at a hotel there. And Andres, because he offered a chance to go to a beach where Shawshank Redemption, the ending of Shawshank Redemption is filmed.
I've never seen it, but
the beach there with Tim Robbins, he ends up on with Morgan Freeman.
Spoiler alert, but anyway.
Whatever beach that is. Oh, yeah, spoiler alert. Well, it's an old movie. But anyway, I went on the back of his motorcycle in Mexico, and he said, "Don't worry, I'm a good motorcycle driver." And I said, "Well, how do I know?" And he said, "Well, I lived for 11 years in Vietnam, drove motorcycle every day, and didn't get in an accident." And I said, "Okay, if you've driven in Vietnam for 11 years, didn't have an accident, I trust you, Andres. Let's."
Yeah, that's a good litmus test.
Oh, Spidey, only you to teach to dump on us. Yeah, I did. It's Playa. It's Playa Linda. The beach's name is Playa.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was
job.
Good. The Woodchester from Fargo is only a few blocks from me. No kidding. That's cool. In Vietnam, you don't have motorcycle accidents. Hey, Greek letters. Good to see you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are you kidding? Oh my God! It looks. I'm pretty sure they do. I heard stories from other backpackers. But anyway, Carla, thank you for being here tonight.
Oh,
that was fun.
Pleasure.
Yeah. I just been so busy that I didn't have time to do a presentation on a particular country. But I'd like to do. I will do a country next week. A particular country, maybe Rome. I'd like to do Rome.
William Shakespeare was going to do Rome with you, wasn't he, or was it someone else?
I think PvP has been to Rome.
Okay.
I think. And Carla, let's do a chocolate stream, but I'm gonna mail you some chocolate, and when it arrives, let's do a stream on chocolate.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I will send you some, and then we will reciprocate.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, like a month from now or something.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That is fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here, chat. Miss Ketonic Madman says, years ago, when I drank alcohol, I used to get Johnny Walker from Costco when it was on sale. Gold and green were good. Blue was good, but overpriced. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Awesome stream. Thanks, Susan. Oh, thanks, Lemon Piper. Hey, Pleasant Valley Picker. We were just speaking of you. You show up just when we were talking about you. Was on with Gorilla. Oh, okay, PvP. Gotcha. Dark chocolate rocks. I do like dark chocolate. Sorry, didn't get over here. I was wrapped up on another stream. No problem, West Kegel. Hey, no problem.
Defiantly next time. Okay.
Ooh, all right. Well, thanks so much for being here, everyone in the chat. I want to thank Daniel's Hot Topics and Chronos and Miskatonic, Madman and Max Headroom and West Kegel and PvP and AJ Starhiker and Susan Dolan and Greek Letters and Dionysus Larson. And I want to also
Philip Gaming here. Hello.
Yeah, I know Lemon Pie was in here, and Old Man Bird has been here as always. And then with some of the very first, keep going up through the chat. Rusty Rivers was here. Thank you for that.
Oh, thanks, Miss Kegel.
Sashi was here. Thank you for being here. And Sci-Fi Nation. Oh, Jay was in for us. PS2 Chipper was here. It's good to have him. Old Man Bird. Oh my goodness! Look at all the chat tonight. Jason Love. I don't want to forget any. Ray Lucard. Tony Stark, of course. And Jim's Landscaping. Thank you as well. Suzanne, I think I mentioned. FKCH was here.
Tim.
And Old Man Bird. Okay, there we go. And yes, I'm sorry for scheduling the. I could have swore I scheduled it for 9 o'clock, but I accidentally put 8 o'clock, intending the whole time to stream at 9.
Yeah.
But I put an 8 instead of a 9. So I'm sorry, chat.
No.
I'm surprised any of you still watch me, frankly, because I'm so.
So if you ever next time, if we check your what it says, what time you start, if it's the wrong time, we'll text you and tell you wrote this. Did you mean to write that?
I didn't mean. No, I did not mean. No, I didn't. I certain because I kept saying, "Oh, I think 9 o'clock, perfect." I'll even. I was even in here a little early. I was in here a few minutes early. It's like, oh well.
Sorry,
whatever.
yeah, I was busy. I was just doing a watch party with Happy on.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
well,
it ran late.
I think I'm gonna go. Kronos, I can't keep the show going. I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
And I have to go too. I have to take boys out in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'll get some sleep and then do accounting tomorrow. Did they take away my chopping implement? No, my chopping implements are here. My axe and everything. I did some chopping last night. No problem. Well, thank you so much, everybody. And I'm gonna end on this. This is a Amazon River tapir in Ecuador. This is
Ecuador.
the Amazon. This is the Amazon River.
Wow.
It's a branch of the Amazon River in Ecuador. This is a tapir and a very rare sighting. So there you go. That's the outro. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
And good night, Carla. I'll say good night too because I gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. See you later.
All right. Thanks so much, Carla.